Tonight, we're talking about the stage of growth most people mistake for failure. It's the moment when your old identity begins to die, but the new one hasn't formed yet. So now the things that used to make sense in your life just don't make sense anymore. The identity you carried for years, it starts to feel unfamiliar, and the mind begins asking questions it has never asked before. Am I still the same person? Where is my life going? What am I supposed to do next? Now, psychology has a quiet explanation for that moment, which is before a new identity forms, the old one has to dissolve. And that stage can feel like something inside of you is dying. So tonight and together, we're opening the Black Book on the moment when the mind releases the story it once believed was permanent. The stage where transformation begins, but clarity hasn't arrived yet. So let me open up my confession. There was a moment in my life where everything that used to define me started shifting. The goals I had been chasing for years suddenly felt incomplete. The patterns and routines that once made sense no longer felt aligned. And now the strange part was this. Nothing outside my life had completely collapsed, but inside my mind, the old story about my life just wasn't working anymore. And at that time, it felt confusing, like I had lost the map that once guided my life. But looking back, that moment wasn't a collapse. Rather, it was the beginning of transformation. My mind was letting go of the identity it had outgrown. So let's strip the emotion away for a second, because this isn't mystical, it is structural. The mind organizes life through identity, but when reality stops matching that identity, the model breaks. And when the model breaks, the mind enters uncertainty. And not because something is wrong, but rather because it's being forced to reorganize. So here's your failure mode question for this evening. When you feel uncertain about who you are, do you assume something is broken? Or do you recognize the mind is updating the identity it is outgrown? It's Black Book time. Here's Black Book 1, Identity Dissolution. Let's go law first. Identity expands when the mind releases a model that no longer explains reality. Here's the mechanism. The mind organizes life through identity, a working model of who you are, how the world works, and what is possible for you. That model is built from past experiences, but when new awareness enters and no longer fits the model, tension is created. And that's because the mind wants consistency. But see, reality is no longer matching the structure it understands. And at that point, something destabilizes. The old identity begins to loosen before the new one has formed. And that in-between state is what people experience as feeling lost. Now, here's your consequence. You see, most people interpret that instability as failure, but psychologically, it's transition. The mind is reorganizing around a larger model of reality, and growth begins the moment the old identity loses authority. So here's your failure mode diagnostic. When your identity begins to feel uncertain, do you allow it to evolve, or do you rebuild the version of yourself that once felt stable? Because see, feeling lost is not the end of identity. It's the space where a new one begins. Here's Black Book 2, the Metamorphosis pattern. Now, here is the law. Transformation requires the dissolution of the previous identity structure. Mechanism. Carl Jung believes psychological growth often requires the ego, which is the conscious identity, to loosen its control. And that is because the psyche is reorganizing around something larger. Now, nature reflects this pattern clearly. The butterfly. You see, when a caterpillar enters the chrysalis, it doesn't simply grow wings. Rather, its body dissolves. The organism becomes a fluid structure before the butterfly forms. Human transformation follows a similar psychological pattern. You see, before the new identity stabilizes, the previous one must loosen its hold. And during that stage, the mind feels uncertain, unstable, sometimes lost. And that's because the old model is dissolving and the new one has not yet formed. Here's your consequence. The psychological death stage often feels like confusion, but it is frequently the midpoint between two identities: the self you were and the self you are becoming. So here's a failure mode diagnostic. When the identity that once defined you begins dissolving, do you move forward into uncertainty, or do you retreat into the version of yourself that once felt safe? Because see, the identity that once defines your life may only have been preparing you for the one that comes next. So now let's bring this into your life, because at this point, you already know if this applies to you, and not intellectually, but in your body. So before we talk about what to do, let's talk about what this actually feels like when it's happening in real life, real world, real time, right now. So by now, we should all know why growth can feel so disorienting. The old map of our lives no longer works, but the new map hasn't fully appeared. So now the mind sits in the space between identities, between models, between stories. At first, that space feels like confusion, but over time, something remarkable happens. The mind, it begins reorganizing around a wider perspective. New priorities emerge, new values become visible, the identity expands. And suddenly, the life that once felt stable begins transforming into something larger. So Tuesday looks like this. You wake up, you go to work, you move through routines that look similar to yesterday, but internally, something has shifted. The old identity doesn't quite fit anymore, and the new one isn't fully formed. So Tuesday embodiment means allowing that transition without rushing to define yourself again. So instead of forcing certainty, you begin experimenting with new behaviors, small decisions, new conversations, different ways of thinking. You see, identity revolves through repeated action, not through sudden realization. Now, here's the part we rarely say out loud. If you resist the identity expansion happening in your life, the mind will try to rebuild the old version of you, even when it no longer fits, which means people spend years recreating identity they already outgrew. And not because growth stopped, but because familiarity felt safer than uncertainty. So here's the uncomfortable truth. If you refuse the psychological death stage, life often becomes smaller, more predictable, more rigid. And that's because the identity protecting your life never evolved. And the mind slowly organizes your world around that limitation. So pause here with me for a moment. Let's bring this thing down to street level. Let's open our deeper reflection window. And as always, let's keep it direct and without judgment. I'd like for you to think about the identities you've carried through life, the roles you believe defined you, the labels you once accepted without question. Now consider this possibility. Some of those identities may have served a purpose for a season of your life, but they were never meant to define you forever. You see, growth often requires letting go of the version of yourself that once felt permanent. So ask yourself something honest. Is there an identity in your life right now that your mind may be quietly releasing? Because sometimes the moment you feel most lost is the moment you're becoming someone new. When you're ready, let's bring this down to something you can use, because transformation doesn't happen by accident. You can resist the process, or you can move through it consciously. So it's time to do what we do. And what we do is to do you. So let's do you, and let's do you together. 5 moves, 1 consciousness, faith meets functionality. We start with disrupt. Notice the identities you assume are permanent. I am this kind of person. That's just who I am. Most identities are inherited, not examined. Disrupt that noise. Then you want to own it. Recognize that your identity has evolved before, and it will evolve again. Own that for yourself. Then you want to yield. Allow the discomfort of transformation. Uncertainty often appears right before expansion. Then you want to observe. Pay attention to what your mind is beginning to question. Those questions are signals of growth. Then you want to unleash. Begin acting in ways that align with the person you are becoming, not the person you used to be, because action stabilizes the new identity over time. You see, the mind does not grow by preserving every version of the self. It grows by releasing the identities that no longer fit. That is how you bring you back. That is how you bring God back. Those are your 5 moves. That's your 1 consciousness. My beautiful community of influencers, in our final moments together, let me be a reminder. The moment your identity begins to change is not the moment your life is falling apart. It's the moment your life is expanding. So meet uncertainty with courage, meet transformation with curiosity, and trust that the mind capable of releasing its old identity is the mind capable of becoming something greater. BYB, bring you back. BGB, bring God back. Because you own it or be owned by it. You either run the system or the system runs you. Change your mind, change your life. I am who I say I am. Do you and stay rich.